I think that Ja Morant probably will win the scoring title this year. Um, and like I'm aware that like James Harden still exists, but like he doesn't seem to care. Like in fairness, he doesn't necessarily need to care. He didn't care and still put up 44. Um, but through 2 games right now, Ja Morant is averaging like 36 a game.
Ooh, that's gonna come down.
Uh, uh I mean, we'll see.
It has to. If it doesn't come down,
Like,
he is
well,
not.
like here's the thing: being real, if it doesn't come down, like we're probably not gonna be very good. I think what one of the things like Jackson Jr. has been like out hurt or something early. Um, and so as far as main dudes, it mostly leaves Ja Morant as far as with the bulk of scoring responsibility. Um, so like if he wins the scoring title, we're not gonna do much. We might not have done all that much anyway, just because it's a very young team outside of like Valanciunas, I think, and what Kyle Anderson maybe. I don't know how old he is, but like the thing is, I think he can keep it up. If for no other reason, then like he's just gonna have the ball in his hands enough. He's gonna have enough opportunities, and like he's just very hard to keep from getting to the rim, and he shoots threes well enough.
Okay, so right now, offensive leaders in the NBA for the first 3 games where it's been James Harden, 44.
One game played.
Yeah. Trey Young, 36.5. Ja Morant, 36. CJ McCullough, 33.5. Bradley Beal, 33. Out of all those, you trust Ja Morant to stay at the like at a higher level than all of them offensively?
If you don't want to take this one,
Like,
I'll take it.
No,
take
I
it.
mean, I'm not trying to. I
No,
was
like
curious because I just looked this up
here's
just now. I was
like
curious.
I feel like he's if for no other reason than just because of a kind of like he tries constantly,
Okay.
like that
Okay.
he has as good a chance as anybody as being able to keep it up. Now, will he is a separate. It's like if you doubt it, that's understandable,
Yeah.
right? But like, can he? I think he absolutely can.
I can tell you all the people that you named, they're not even going to break leg. Outside of James Harden, because I think he's going to have to. I don't. I think that's just how James Harden's going to play for the rest of his superstar part of his career. But I don't think anybody else is going to break 30 in that list.
Wait.
Like I have no faith in Bradley Beal being next to Russell Westbrook. It's just really hard. The only person we've ever seen do it is the greatest scorer of all time. That's not
No.
Bradley Beal.
That's the greatest score we've ever seen.
I say what I said.
Oh,
I'll take that. I'll take that.
I mean, if you want to be technical, like Wilt Chamberlain still exists.
Kareem
Well, I mean, like he
Abdul-Jabbar had
existed.
the most unstoppable move ever, and the leading scorer of all time. And Kevin Durant won't pass that because of his injury,
Well,
Yeah.
my point is just
which
like
sucks. But
he's got competition. That's all I'm saying.
yeah,
Look, in his competition is 2 men who are like 7'1", and we can all be like, yes, your resumes were crazy. You did absolutely ungodly things. If you can enter that conversation, I'm okay with placing my hat on you as
Fair.
the greatest person of all time. Bradley Beal won't get it because Westbrook's usage is going to go up at some point. You said CJ McCollum?
yeah.
He's going to come back down to earth, and sadly, Earth is 25 points.
I love it how back to Earth is 25 points. Like that's so nuts.
Bro, I'm telling you. Calvin, this is going to be a segue.
All right.
I think CJ McCollum is a top 5 complement player in the league. I don't think there are too many other guys who can come into the game and when their superstar is having a bad game, do just as well as that player. I don't. Outside of what we got, KD and Kyrie. If either one of them has a bad game, they can. Either one of them can go for 30 plus, and then you got AD, and then after that, I kind of find it hard because I don't. I think what the next compliment player that I can really think about is like Chris Middleton. He can't give you what Giannis gives you. If you're looking at the 76ers between Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid, both of them were monsters defensively, but they have their shortcomings in like offensively. I think Joel Embiid can give you what they complement each other so well because they do different things that if one of them isn't there, it's a drastic difference, and we saw that in the playoffs. And then when we're after that, like I don't know who else to have the conversation with. I don't want to talk about Paul George at all. Like he's good, he's useful, really good two-way player.
I said Paul George is just over. I said Paul George is just over a role player. Remember that? Remember that I said that? He's a really good role player. He might be proving me right this year. Just saying.
Look, we were talking about categories a little bit before you came in. He is right on the cusp of star and superstar role player. He teetering. He teetering for me. He teetering. Yeah. He just had those moments where he just kind of go back, but that's not what we're talking about right now. But like, I can't think of anybody else who can give you what your superstar can give you when he's not having a bad game.
I mean, like, I might put Klay Thompson, but he's out, so.
Yeah. But honestly, I'm looking at these leaderboards so far this year, and some of them are pretty nuts. like most of these things are going to be completely different in 2 weeks from now, let alone 4 months. You know what I mean? Because right now, Jimmy Butler's averaging 4 steals a game. That's all I'm saying.